Hello all and welcome back. In this lecture we are going to study what is connectors and what are its types along with comparing its datasheet with its product. So let's get started. For any type of connection to happen, there is always a need of male and female connection. So whenever you use a charging cable for connecting charging your phone, you will always require a cable along with a connector hole. So the cable is actually a female connector, and the mobile part which holds the other side is the male connector. So whenever these male and female connectors get mated with each other, a connection is secured. In the same way, other connections are there. So this is a normal three plug wall outlet which has a ground pin and line and neutral pin for AC connections. So whenever this is inserted into the wall, only and only then the connection happens and the power flow happens. So it is very important for any type of connector to have both types of parts with each other, male and female, mating and the other side. It is called as male and female plug and socket. So let's understand the other type of automotive connectors. So here we have a 8 pin connector, which is a 8 pin 2 row connector. This connector is from Molex, and as you can see here, the details are given as Microfit 3.0, which is the series of the connector. Receptacle means female housing, dual row as it is two rows up and down, eight circuits, eight circuit means eight placement along with the material rating which is UL 94V0 and color black. So the part number, the serial number are given here. Let's understand its data sheet. So when we go on the website and click on data sheet, we get a PDF version of this connector. Here in this datasheet, every information for the connector application is given. So all the drawing step files, PDFs are linked. This is the physical parts of the connector. As we saw, number of connections 8, color black, gender means receptacle. This is female. A connector is male and female. So the gender of this connector is female. That is receptacle. This is the weight for it, number of rows. Is this a panel mount connector? No. This is the temperature range of the connector. So above and below of this range, the connector is not suitable for that application. We need to use a different type of connector. Here are the mating parts for it. So for this female connector, they have given their plug housing. That means male connector in this link. So we will look after some time, and all the other accessories are given as below. These are the terminals, pre-cream terminal. These are female terminals for it. So when we click here, we will get all the suitable terminals for securing these connections. So this is also a female connector. So when you see this, the gender is given as female. So as you can see, there is a hole on the front part of it. That's why it is called female. And this is the wire insertion part of the terminal. So The specifications for this terminal are 20 to 24 AWG. So that means around 0.5 to 0.35 square mm size of connector will get mated with this terminal or the wire. So this is about the terminal for this female connector. Let's look at the other side of this connector, male side for this connector. So as you can see here, this is the other counterpart for that connector, which is a male housing. So it is it has it also has to be same. It has to be 8 pin only and 2 row only. If this is a single row 8 pin connector, it will not get mated with this connector. So let's understand what actually mating means. So this part and this part will get mated. So as you can see here, the both connectors are mated, and in this way the connection will happen. So this is the male locking part of the connector and this is the female locking part. So whenever we insert it inside the each other, the male and female gets locked here due to this feature. And whenever this is done, interconnect is secured. This is the wire insertion part of the connector for this female connector, and this is the wire insertion part for the male connector. So in this way a connection is secured. This is a low voltage connector. So let's understand how do a medium and high voltage connector look like. So this is a high voltage DC connector from Amphenol. Here you can see terminals are given as plus and minus, and there are two pins. So this is a two pin connector along with wire, it is shown here. There it is. It also has four low voltage terminals which are here in a vertical manner. So as you can see, if we count total wires 1 2 3 4 5 6, so this is a 6 pin connector from Amphenol. This is usually used in vehicle connections. So in the electric vehicles these type of connectors are used. These are totally waterproof connectors, as well as there is IP protection for this connector. Hence it is very suitable for using in automotive industry. So as you can see here, this is the actual image of that connector which we saw, and this is the datasheet for the same connector. So everything from price to its specifications is given. So number of contact is given as 6. What we have here is a 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So the datasheet reflects the same information on the CAD file. So number of contactors 6, color black, maximum current that can be applied from this connector is 70 amperes. So this component type is a plug assembly, that means male connector. The dielectric withstand voltage is 500 volt AC. Gender is header, that means male. Material contact is high conductivity copper alloy. So this is the material of the actual connection part. This terminals material is given as here. So as you can see, the gray part is the copper part which gets mated with the other side of the connector, that means the female part of the connector. So the material housing is nylon 66. Operating temperature is -22 plus 90 degrees Celsius. and the orientation is right angle. So right angle means this is the right angle orientation. If the wire part was here in line with the connector, it would have been a normal connector. So as it is bent, it is called 90-degree connector. So the pitch is 18 mm. The distance between two connectors is 18 mm. So it may be between the low voltage to low voltage or high voltage to high voltage. So this is the pitch of the connector. Plating area is silver plating. So as we saw here, the copper terminals are silver plated. That's why it is looking as silver type of connector. So the resistance is 5 mega ohms per minute. So yes, voltage rating is given as 120 volt DC. So voltage rating and current rating are very important for selection of this connector. So we should ideally the application should not be out of the scope of this voltage range as well as current range. Wire size is given as 6 AWG. So if you search 6 AWG in square mm, 6 AWG in square mm means 13.3 or 13 square mm. So the wire size is given as this. So this is the Amphenol connector from electric vehicle application. Let's understand a low voltage connector. So this is a connector from TE Connectivity, which is a major brand in the industry. The CAD file for this connector is given as this. So what is a special thing about this connector is that it is a 26 pin connector and the six housings are higher size than the other housings. So with the help of this connector we can use small wires along with bigger wires in a single connector housing. So that is the advantage of this connector. So in applications where let's say 2 square mm wire is used and applications where zero point 0.5 square mm wire is used, a single housing can accommodate all the wires for the securing the application. So the pin numbers are given as on the housing. So this is the first pin, this is the 12th pin. uh, After this is the 13th pin and this is the 26th pin. So there are total 26 pins on the housing and 3 pins are higher size from the normal. So as you can see here, the information is given in this website. Connector shape is rectangular. Mixed and hybrid connector. As we saw previously, there are two wire sizes, means higher and lower. That's why it is called a hybrid connector. Connector and housing type: housing, female terminals. Sealable, no. So this is not a waterproof type of connector. Uh, as we saw previously, this is a waterproof connector as IP protection is given for this, and this is not a waterproof connector. So applications where the contact with water can be there, the connector is not suitable for this. Number of positions, as we saw, it is 26 and 2 row. Operating voltage here is, as it is a low voltage connector, it is given as 12 volts. Cable exit angle, it is 180 degree. So as we saw, this 90-degree connector from Amphenol, this is a 180 degree connector from TE. So as the wire insertion part will be coming straight out of this part, this orientation, it is a 180-degree connector. The primary color is natural, that is fine. Connector type, it is receptacle, that means female connector. contact size, we can use 0.6 mm wire up to 2.3 mm wire. Meeting tab, this is extra details for the pitch and mechanical specification of that connector housings. Meeting alignment with polarization. So these are the dimensions of that connector. The connector height 17.9 mm, length 39.3 mm, and here is the operating temperature -30 to 105 degrees Celsius, and max operating temperature is 105 degrees Celsius. So above this temperature, the connector is not suitable. Circuit application is for power and signal. So we can use this connector for power connections like DC plus and minus, and signal connections means signal means data. So for connecting data, very less size of wire is used, and this connector is suitable for both of the applications. UL flammability rating means the material specifications of that connector, which is a UL 94 rated, and this is the shipping information: packaging method, bag, packaging quantity 100, and other types. So here we saw total four types of connectors: male, female. So this is a female. This is the terminal for that female connector. This is the male connector for that female connector. So this is one part. So for this male connector which we saw here, this part of the connector, there are male terminals. So male terminals are given from the manufacturer. Let's see what type of connector we are going to see. So here we can see microfit male cream terminals. So if we click on this link, we will see a male type of connector. As you can see here, this is a male type of connector which will be inserted inside of this housing, on the male housing. So the specifications are given as here: male with tin plated. So this is a copper type of connector with tin plating, and the wire size is given as 20 to 24 AWG. That means same along with this terminal 24 to 20 AWG. So this and this connector terminals will get mated with each other within the housing provided by us, as this. So these are the main parts of understanding any type of connectors. We will use multiple terminals other than this also during our design phase of the wiring harness. So yes, thank you for sticking along.